Hello, tiny people trapped in the confines of my computer. I'm Finn. This is not a microphone. And welcome to another episode of How Finn Would Book, the show where I take a wrestling angle from now to the future and book it the way I want to see it. Remember, before we get into this isn't what I think will happen. It's what I want to happen. So there could be inaccuracies. Also, fair note, I'm recording this on August 28th, meaning the match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed title has not occurred yet. So if I get stuff wrong, don't go in the comments being like, well, this thing happened instead. I could have fucking told you that. I mean, when this comes out, that angle's probably fucking gone by now. So, let's get in, shall we? To start, for people who don't understand what this is, Kevin, gonna be a bad guy. He gonna turn bad. This is how WWE should book Kevin Owens as a heel. So, let me move that out of the way. Bash in Berlin is, as of me starting this, one Friday Night SmackDown away from happening. On the show, Kevin and Cody sit down, they have a back and forth, just talking, and no heel turn happens. Nothing stinky, nothing crazy. They just talk, they're friendly. Then they go into the match. Bash in Berlin, they have their match, back and forth, 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 back and forth. Kevin nails Cody with a stunner, kicks out at 2.9. He lifts him up like he's going to do the package pile driver, but then he realizes, oh shit, this is my friend, and he puts him down. He backs up as him and Cody look at each other, and the ref's down. There's a chair in the ring. Who will use it? Who's going to hit who? Who's going to hit who? Kevin grabs it, acts like he's about to just... He's like holding it. He doesn't lift it, but he holds it. And then he goes to put it down. Cody grabs it out of his hand, clobs him with it, and pins him 1, 2, 3. Cody didn't turn heel, but he did swing first. And on SmackDown, we get that brought up. Kevin comes out and he's like, what the hell is your problem? I've done nothing wrong to you. Why do you come out there? I have the chair and I'm gonna put it down. You take it and you hit me right in the head. You've been scared that I was gonna turn on you and then you hit me. Cody then goes on his rant. I swung first because I knew you would. And they have their first back and forth for a minute. And then after a minute of going back and forth, Kevin says, fuck you. Nails him with a low blow, straight to the peanuts, bounces him off the ropes, pops him up, powerbomb. Kevin Owens is not happy. He brings Cody to the outside, pops him up into the apron with another powerbomb, and then he flips him off, flips off the crowd, and he's very not happy. Next week on SmackDown, Cody's not here because he's off, because he's dead. He died. He's no longer alive. Randy Orton comes out and he's like, Kevin, I've made a career out of being sneaky, out of turning on people. But in my old age, in my experience, I've learned that you get to the top with friends, not with enemies. And you made multiple last week. And then they go back and forth. And Kevin says, oh, go fuck yourself. And nails him in the dick, right in the peanuts. Straight in the peanuts. Right in the peanuts. Pop up, mink. To the outside. Pop up, through the table. Picks him up again. Pop up, into the apron. Fuck you. Fuck the crowd. Leaves. Another week goes down. He just has a random squash match. Just Kevin. Randy and Cody are both off TV. Randy comes back on the SmackDown before Bad Blood, comes out, and he's like, I want you at Bad Blood. I need revenge for the boy Cody. Owens goes to shake his hand, pulls him into a guillotine before letting go of it. Low blow, pop up, powerbomb. Then Cody comes out to save Randy before he gets dropped on the apron again. Randy is out of commission, but not injured. Then we have Cody and Kevin looking at each other. Cody is pleading to get a match with Kevin, to which Kevin simply responds, "You were just giving out title shots because you felt bad for the people you call your friends. But now I have a title shot because I'm going to be the reason that the Rhodes family legacy ends here." And then on to Bad Blood. They have a nasty fucking match. Bloody match, because it's Bad Blood. And Kevin Owens will fucking bleed. So will Cody Rhodes. So they're gonna bleed. They bleed, they bleed. They bleeding, my friendings. They bleed. They bleed a fuckload. They bleed a fuckload. They bleed a fuckload. There's been a big fucking senton through the table. Through the announce table. Cody's hit multiple crossroads. Kevin has nailed 2 stunners and a pop-up powerbomb. And they're wondering what the fuck it's gonna take. Kevin reels back, low blow, God, right to the peanuts, lifts him up like he's gonna do the package pile driver, and he fucking hits it. He just drops him right on his goddamn head. He taunts for a second before pinning him. 1, 2, and Cody decides, "I'm Superman," and kicks out just before 3. He fucking hulks up for a second, gets up, bionic elbow, triple crossroads, 1, 2, 3. Kevin didn't win, but he's a heel, and he's not just a heel, he's evil Kevin Owens. He's Kevin Steen at this point. He's nailing fucking package pile drivers. Shut up. It's what I want to happen. He's allowed to do them in this universe. First thing he does, he goes to Raw, he finds Jey Uso, and he fucking pile drives him immediately, just in the back, not in ring, just randomly backstage. He's like doing a promo with Kathy Kelly, and he just gets fucking pile drived. Then he chases and he goes after fucking everybody, just killing everybody. And then it ends. Whoa! At Survivor Series during the big Bloodline match, you have Usos, Roman, Sammy versus the New Bloodline. 4v4. After the match, Kevin walks out because he sees Sammy and the Usos are walking towards the entrance. Sammy is leading the fray. Kevin comes out and just fucking starts kicking people's asses. He power bombs Jimmy through part of the stage. Fucking stuns Jay where Jay bounces the fuck out of the stage. He then just fucking bang right to the nuts of Sammy, locks the arms, package pile drivers him right there on the stage, throws his fingies up to the crowd, says, "Go fuck yourself, you stinky bastard." He fucking does all that, and then he stares at Roman and he starts fucking screaming. For those who don't know, Kevin and Roman have a lot of history. Kevin goes to the back and he sees a man who already had a match tonight in Cody Rhodes. He goes up, puts his hand out to shake it, pulls him in, pile drives him. Go fuck yourself. He then goes on a rant. The only reason I haven't been Universal Champion in the past 4 years is the Bloodline. The only reason I'm not champion right now is because of the Bloodline. And he starts going on this rant, and Cody's fucking bleeding. He's just on the ground fucking gushing. He's dead. Kevin starts fucking screaming and everything. And then the only way you could get me to take that title shot was by saying you would give it to him because you knew I can't let him be champion again. You used that and you used me, and you're still using Randy Orton. And he fucking screaming. And then Orton and Owens finally get their match at the next pay-per-view. Rumble, I think? I think Rumble's right after Survivor Series. I don't know their plans this year. Rumble. At the Rumble, the opening match is Randy and Kevin. They have 15 minutes to just kick each other around, have some fun. It ends with Randy going for an RKO. Kevin turns him around, power bombs his ass, hits his little fucking quick little frog splash, tries to pin him, doesn't get it. He then picks him up for another pile driver, which Randy pulls through, RKO. Kevin kicks out. Randy goes to the corner like he's gonna hit a fucking punt kick. He's set up for it. He's about to kick. He's gonna kick Kevin's goddamn head off. He runs and then he stops, realizing what he was about to do because he doesn't want to be a bad guy. You see, Kevin low blows him, pops up, pile drives his ass. Obviously, with Randy, we're being a little bit easier on the pile drivers because he's got back issues, you know? But he still takes a pile driver. Kevin pins him, 1, 2, 3. Randy will go on to have a short little back and forth with Andrade over the next couple weeks. They will lead to the next pay-per-view of Elimination Chamber, but will not have a match at Elimination Chamber. But at Elimination Chamber, you have the Elimination Chamber match, which is made up of AJ Styles, LA Knight, who is still United States champion, Randy Orton, the champion, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. During the match, you have a lot of shit go down. The elimination pattern is AJ is eliminated first by Kevin Owens hitting with a pile driver because Owens and AJ start it. After 2 people enter, AJ hits the pile driver, 1, 2, 3, he's gone. Owens eliminates LA Knight with a pile driver, 1, 2, 3. Then it's down to, oh Lord, down to the guys, and Orton reels back for a punt kick on Cody, stops, gets caught, pile drived, 1, 2, he gets broken up by Cody pulling Kevin off of him. That's pretty cool. Sami Zayn nails a haluva kick on Owens, covers him, 1, 2, kick out. Sami turns around and gets crossroads, 1, 2, 3. Then it's Orton, it's Kevin, and it's Cody. They have their hockey fight for a minute, and then Randy and Cody realize, oh shit, he's the bad guy, huh? So Randy and Cody work together. They both hit a cutter, and then Randy feeds Owens into a triple crossroads, 1, 2, 3. Then it's Orton, and it's Rhodes. Orton has been in since the first extra entrant out of a pod. Cody came out last because he won a fucking time trial thing on SmackDown. Cody wins, but technically it wasn't a fair fight because Orton was in it longer, which leads to Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the title. 1-on-1, no interruptions. Kevin, on the other hand, goes on to face LA Knight at Mania and wins the United States Championship. He then takes it and just fucking nails it into LA Knight's head until there's blood on it. He raises it over his head, he puts it on his shoulder, and then he comes out with a new title. It's basically the same design, but changed a little bit to be a little bit more Canadian because he's a foreign heel, and he has to do the thing where he takes the beloved title and disgraces it, even though it'll probably just look really fucking cool. But yeah, there's that. And that's where I'm going to end the booking. That's not where it ends because Kevin doesn't become a good guy. He's now a super heel. And also, just let him and Sami fight for like a year. Just let them fight for like a year. What is the Backlash? Sami and Kevin get into it backstage. They don't have a match, but they get into a fight backstage. Moving forward, they just fight all year long. Sometimes it's a triple threat, sometimes it's a 4-man, sometimes it's Elimination Chamber. Fuck, they can be the first 2 in the Rumble and fight all the way to number 30. Just let those 2 fuckers fight all year long for the U.S. title. Fuck it. Let that happen. That'd be awesome. Randy can beat Cody. Cody can win. Both are good options, I think. I think either of those 2 as your world champion is a safe bet. But as for now, that's the end of that quick little speed run how I would book. If you agree, hell yeah, tell me about it. If you disagree, hell yeah, tell me about it. If you have any other ideas for how they should do a Kevin Owens heel turn, how they should do Orton versus Rhodes, how they should do Sami Kevin, how they should bring Kevin back up into the spotlight, whatever it is you have an idea for, let me know down below. if you have any recommendations for another episode of this, rather it be a short, fast one like this or a more complex one like the one I did with Dominic Mysterio, tell me. I'm extremely interested and would love to do some of you guys' ideas. So, that's all I've got for today. Take care of yourselves. Love you guys. Check out the community Discord and my Twitter. And get me to 500 subs. Whoa!